Thor Love and Thunder, let's talk about it. Okay, but before I get started, I want to apologize that this video has come out a lot later than I wanted it to. I went and saw it last Thursday, but we went to the latest showing, so I didn't get out of the cinema until 11 p.m. Didn't get home till really late. Wasn't ever going to record it that day anyways. My plan was to record it Friday morning before I went to work, and I recorded it and I was like, okay, recorded it, now let's head off to work, but let me just listen back. I was muted. For some reason I was muted and I didn't even realize that I was muted. I was so annoyed. I was like, I cannot actually believe this. And then I had no time to do it all weekend because I was super busy. So now we finally are doing it. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's get into it. So I definitely liked the film, okay? It was an entertaining film, you know, it's a Marvel film. You know, it's gonna be entertaining. It's not gonna be a boring film. But I do find that there was a lot of hiccups and moments that would almost ruin like the mood and the atmosphere of that particular scene. And I definitely think this is because of the really high expectations it had after Thor Ragnarok, which was obviously an amazing film. Definitely my favorite Thor film. But yeah, because of this, the film relied heavily on comedy. I think it tried to go the same route as Ragnarok with the comedy. However, it was really like pushing it down your throat, you know. It was like, you need to laugh. But the jokes, they just like weren't landing, you know. There was a few that would make you chuckle and stuff, but you know, after a bit, it all became like a bit too much and almost a little bit cringe, you know. I found this mostly with Korg. In the first film, oh my god, he was so funny, right? We can all agree, he was a really funny character. However, they sort of made him into this character that could only say puns. He was a walking pun machine that could only spit out like witty remarks, you know? It was like, it was so disappointing, but you know, what can you do? What can you do? Anyways, I thought the action in this film was absolutely amazing. I loved it so much. I love what they did with Jane and with the old hammer, Mjolnir. I don't know what it's called. You know the one I'm on about, okay? I thought that was so creative when she was like, you know, doing her thing. I was like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. I was really worried about Jane's character. I was worried that she was just going to be like a plot convenience, which isn't necessarily wrong. There was like a few bits, but she was her own character as well. You know, she had her own thing going on, which I liked. Especially considering I hated her in all the other films. I can't lie, like I just didn't like her character. I didn't care for her character, but you definitely do a lot more in this film, I found. The action scenes in this film were so good. I really loved, there was two that I loved. I loved the one at the beginning of the movie, you know, where, I don't think this is spoilers because it's in the trailer, but when they're with the Guardians of the Galaxy, that one was really good. And then the one later on, this is spoilers, spoiler warning, where Thor, Jane and Valkyrie, they're fighting Gore on this moon, and they're all in black and white, but there's light and colour coming from like where they swing their weapons and stuff, and oh, it just looked visually amazing. I didn't want it to end. It was so cool. Now speaking of Gore, let's get on to him. Now firstly, Christian Bale did such a good job because this guy was scary. He was an evil guy, right? I really liked his motivations because there was actual reason behind what he was doing. You know, you understood his motives. It's not like all the other Marvel villains who are like, I'm doing this because I'm evil and I'm a bad guy and I want to be powerful because I can, because I'm evil and I'm mean. It's like, no, he actually, you know, you felt for him. I don't think there's any other villains that are like that apart from maybe like Killmonger. And arguably, I guess Thanos as well. Like, you could understand why he wanted to do it. But yeah, I did fine though, and this is like getting into spoilers again. And you may disagree with this, you know, I haven't really had that much time to think on it. But I did feel like his whole villain arc was just thrown away at the end of the film because he didn't go through with it. Like, we had this whole film about him wanting to kill all the gods to avenge his daughter because his god wasn't able to save her. Like, he was let down by all the gods, and he was trying to show people, like, you know, look, your gods, they don't really care about you. They don't, like, they're just these powerful people. And it was this whole big deal. And he got all the way there, right? He got to eternity where he can make this wish. And then he just got a few wise words from Thor. And he was like, you know what, actually, like, I'm not going to do it anymore. I changed my mind. I'm going to bring my daughter back. Which, yes, is sweet. And I guess, yes, it does make sense that he would do that. But it just defeated the whole point. Like, he's killed all these innocent people just for him to, like, you know what I mean? I hope I'm not sounding confusing here. Like, I hope you understand what I'm saying. But it just, yeah, it just, it was disappointing. It was disappointing. Let's just say that. But yeah, overall, I did enjoy the film. It was, like I said earlier, it was a good film. Nothing outlandishly bad, apart from, like I said, the humor. Some of the humor, it was just, it didn't need to be there. Like I said earlier, it just put off the atmosphere of the scenes. Like, we have this really, like, emotional moment with Jane where she's, like, going through some stuff. And then Valkyrie turns up and she has, like, this, like, portable speaker thing. I was just like, this doesn't need to be here, okay? You could cut this scene out. But, yeah, overall, I think I'd give this film like a 7 out of 10. Like, I would watch it again, but it's not a film I'm jumping to see again. It was a good film, it was an entertaining film, but like I said, it definitely had its moments that didn't make it so great. And I'm not dying to watch it again, but it's like, if it was on the TV, I would sit down and watch it, you know? But yeah, that's my review. I really hope to do more of these in the future because I really like criticizing films. I know I didn't get too critical with these because you never know how people are gonna react, but yeah, that's it, and I'll see you next time. Bye!